Hi there, welcome to the StopWatch app demo video specifically for our custom workflow action features. So as an example of how you might like to use the custom workflow actions, let's take a use case relating to customer service where a customer service agent might be actively working on a support ticket and I want to track the amount of time that they're spending servicing that ticket. So we can technically do that manually via the StopWatch app card, but we can also try to handle this in an automated sense, which sort of takes that manual element away from this process. So for example, if I want to set up a workflow that will track time that a given ticket is in a specific status, and then create time logs off the back of that relating to the customer service agent that's spending time on the ticket. Let's go ahead and try to achieve that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my workflows. I'll create a workflow from scratch. I'll use the filter criteria where a ticket status is any of in progress active, just as an example. And I do want to enable re-enrollment for this workflow. So now effectively we've got a ticket coming into the workflow when the status is marked as in progress active. At this point, I want to go ahead and start the stopwatch timer using the custom workflow action. I'm just going to leave this with the default setting for now. So we've gone ahead and started the timer. Let's set a delay until an event occurs. That event is when a property value changes, so the ticket status is anything, or is none of the status that we're tracking time within. So is none of in progress active. And I do want to include records where ticket status is empty. Save that. Now let's go ahead and stop the timer when the ticket status changes into something other than our target status. So stopwatch, stop timer, and save that. I'll go ahead and publish this workflow. So now if I navigate back to the tickets, if I, for example, in picking up one of these tickets, I might drag it into the in progress active status to indicate that I am actively working on this ticket. In the background, that will start a timer via the workflow and effectively will wait until this ticket moves out of this status. So now to indicate that I'm no longer actively working on this ticket, let's drag it into a different status. So for example, this issue has been resolved. Now in the background, in the workflow, that ticket will have exited the delay and the timer will have stopped, effectively submitting that time tracking session. So now to confirm that that's actually occurred, we can navigate to the ticket and view the associated time logs here on the right-hand side. This one's easy to find because there's only one, so I'm going to navigate to that time log. And I can see that a time tracking session has been submitted just now, nearly 3 minutes. So that's confirmed that that has worked as expected. So that's a very simple example of how to use the start and stop timer custom workflow actions provided by StopWatch. But really the possibilities are endless. So excited to see all of the automation use cases that you come up with for these custom workflow actions. And if you have any questions or run into any issues, please feel free to get in touch and I'm happy to help. Thanks.